Hello everyone, welcome to Java tutorial. My name is Kishore. In this video, we will discuss about a switch statement. Let me create one new class with the name called test switch case. I will choose this main method. The switch case is mainly used to apply conditions and execute the logic when a particular condition match, which is just similar to if-else if ladder. In case of if else if ladder also we had multiple conditions and the code is executed when a particular condition matches. Same thing is done in case of switch statement where you will be having multiple conditions in the form of case, and you are going to match the particular case with a value, and once that case matches, the code inside the case is going to be executed. But when to use if else if and when to use switches, whenever you have multiple options and it is a particular value, then you can always opt for switch cases. But when you have multiple conditions but the condition is going to have some range, like we used in case of if else if ladder, what we used was if age is greater than 20 or greater than equal to 20 and age is less than 40, we executed some block of code. And when age is greater than equal to 40 and age is less than equal to 59, we executed some block of code. This is going to have the conditions with range, correct? But you can use a switch when you have a requirement where a particular value should be matched and you want to execute some block of code when that particular value matches against the multiple conditions. So in that case, switch would be better. So you can use a switch using this syntax. The syntax is you will be having switch with some option, and in between the flower brackets you will be having case with the value, then some statements, the break statement to break the switch, then another case with the value, then few statements, then the break statement, so on. You can have multiple cases. Then you can have a default case which is executed if none of the case match. Let us use this syntax. For that, let me use one example. Let us take an example where you are using ATM machine where you will be having some set of options in the form of buttons. If you press the first button, it might generate a mini statement of the bank account. If you press the second button, it might ask you to do a balance inquiry. The third button might change the pin of your ATM. Then the fourth button might exit. So these are four options you have. And if you press the button behind the scene, it might generate these values 1, 2, 3, 4 based on the button you are pressing. For that, let me choose one variable called int option equals to, I will give the value called 2 here. Currently, I'm taking a hard-coded value option with 2. I will use the syntax switch with the option. So this option is going to be the value of this variable. You can have different types of value in case of switch expression. So what are the possible type it supports is it supports int, byte, short, long, even it supports string and enums. So these are the possible types you can have in the switch expression. Enums and strings we might have not discussed, but going forward we are going to discuss that. Let us use this option which is of int type and write few cases. If I choose these four cases, I can have case number one, and I will print something called generate mini statement. And I should use the break statement before I start the next case. What happens if I do not use the break statement means if the break statement is not used, then other cases also will be executed even if the option do not match. That should not happen. We want the case to be executed and come out of the switch once the case is matched. We don't want other cases also to be executed. For that reason, we use break. So the second case, let it print something called balance inquiry and break statement. Case number three, let it print change pin break statement. Then case four prints something called exit. Then break. We will also have a default, which is an optional case. And this one should simply print something called invalid option. You don't need to use a break statement because that is going to be the last case you write. For that reason, you don't have to write the break statement. And I will print at the end something called end of the program. So now the option is 2. When the option is 2, what happens is the value 2 means this case number 2 is going to be executed and it is going to print balance inquiry and the break is going to come out of the switch without executing other cases and runs this end of the program, prints the end of the program. So you can see balance inquiry and end of the program is printing. Suppose if the option number is 3, then the switch is going to take that option 3 and matches to this case and prints change pin and breaks the switch case. Let me run this program. You can see change pin. You might be thinking that what is the purpose of just printing these messages? We are not writing any logics right now, but you have to understand when this particular option matches, there will be a logic to probably generate a mini statement or to fetch the balance or change the pin of your ATM card. Like that, you should be having the logics. But here we are just printing what case number is executing. Let us remove the break and see what happens. If in case I do not have a break statement, what might happen? Let me remove the break statements everywhere and see what is the output if I have the option number 3. So once the option number 3, this case matches, but there is no break statement, what is going to happen is all other cases after matching that case number 3 will be executed. Let me save and run the program. You can observe this is printing change pin, then exit, invalid option. Everything is coming, but it's executing the matched case first because the option number is 3. It matches to this case and there is no break statement. For that reason, other cases also will be executed. For that reason only, we should write the break statement. So if I keep the break statement, that problem will not occur. If I run the program, it prints change pin because the option number is 3 and prints the end of the program. Then instead of giving this option from 1 to 4, if I give some other values like -2, -2, what would be the output? If I run the program, invalid option is the output. But instead of changing every time, is there a way that I can give the value of this variable at runtime? Yes, it is also possible. We need to take input from the keyboard. We will discuss that part later. But right now, we are just changing the value directly. Well, that is about the switch case. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.